Hey guys, Zell here, welcome back to some more Fate Grand Order. Last time we were inside the castle, we saw Queen Scotty and everyone else, and now I believe we were put in behind bars, right? Let's go. The other goddess begins. Also, what do you mean by the other goddess? That I'm very curious about. Listen close. Once we make our way into their base, the best case is if we find a paper mood and info about the tree without any trouble, but we can't count on that being the case. For one thing, the Queen's gonna know we're there, and we cannot take her on alone, period. She's a goddess who's held on to her power since the age of gods. The embodiment of nature itself can't even get a good read on her magical energy. We won't have a good chance against her unless we take some special steps. That's how strong she is. All that said, the Queen's not gonna kill us. So, we're gonna make becoming prisoners part of the plan.
Fo. So, if I understand you, you're saying the Queen will move to capture us?
That's right. She's like a big ball of pure mercy. She really truly loves everyone human in heroic spirit. Once she decides not to kill someone, she won't. She might talk about killing her enemies, but honestly, there's just no one who can threaten her. That's how it went with me. She couldn't even be bothered to fight me, no matter how many shots I fired at her. I may as well have been a fly. She'll never bother with sounding alarms, putting out garrisons, or anything like that. The fact that it's still a business as usual around here is proof of that. I get why you'd be worried, but don't forget who I am. I'm Napoleon, Emperor of France. Not only that, I've had time to reflect on my failures from when I was alive. So trust me when I say I know what I'm doing. You got a Supreme Commander, guess we don't have much choice.
Right.
Alright, it might be kind of a stretch to call this a strategy, but it's what we're going with.
So that's what they were talking about when, they didn't let us hear it. Well, read it. I see. So that was your strategy, huh? You certainly are daring for a master, aren't you? I can't say I mind personally, but I also can't help but worry about you, so I'll lend a hand.
Wait, what?
This is the Dungeon Master. We really did end up prisoners. Fo.
So far, so good. Well, no, it's not all good. I'm sorry for putting you through that. We could have avoided that battle with Sigurd if I hadn't been so brazen with my courtship. I really didn't think that one through. Sorry again.
Not at all. Your plan did work out in the end.
We did accomplish our goal without losing anyone. I'll admit it was a close call, but we made it. It was too damn close, wasn't it? It's all my fault, I'm sorry.
My Ortonex doesn't have any critical damage. It seems like everything is in working order. We're in just as good a shape now as we were before we made our way in here. So I'm a little hesitant to ask this, but... Napoleon, are you serious about...
Ophelia.
Yes, you didn't sound like you were joking about that, or like you wanted to confuse them. So did you mean what you...
Sure did. I fell for her hard. Well, more accurately, my heart just went out to her. I don't think I had much compassion back when I was alive, but now it seems like that part of me has been cranked up to 11. Guess being a servant can be a real pain in the ass, huh? I wouldn't have to worry about feelings and stuff if I were just a mindless battle robot. Anyway, all that aside, I'm well aware she's a cryptor. I know they're using the Trees of Emptiness to prevent the continuation of humanity, and that we'll have to take them out eventually. I know all that, and even so, I'm siding with you too. I won't betray your trust. I won't stop fighting until we've saved proper human history.
Fo.
Oh, you believe me, pupper? Aha, easy there, boy. I guess I did say I was okay with dogs, didn't I? Not all the marks I left in history were glorious. I made a lot of bad decisions too, like the one that resulted in destruction of my grand arm. I wasn't very good to the two women I loved either, They must hate me and I don't blame them.
You mean your first fiancée and Josephine, your actual first wife?
Yeah, they were both good women. I promised them I'd make them happy, then I went and let them down hard. I'm the worst kind of guy around. Oh, and what about my last wife, Maria Luisa? Or the lover I took when I was exiled? Was I able to make them happy? I honestly couldn't tell you. But I don't pretend the past never happened. If humanity goes away, everything else will follow, everything. It'd be great if we all lost what was just the sadness and tears. But that's not how it'll work. Everything good and bad will be gone forever. My own glory doesn't really matter now, but to see all the joys, hopes, and dreams people have held throughout history disappear. Well, I just can't let that happen now, can I? Anyway, since I'm sure you've still got some concerns, why don't we go ahead and make it official with a temporary contract?
That would be great, but are you sure?
Ha, you're a good woman, Private. Did you forget about my sympathies for one of our enemies already? I really don't like the idea of betraying anyone, but I also can't deny that I've fallen for her. In which case, it only makes sense to have some insurance, so yeah, go for it. It'll make me feel better too. Love does tend to drive a body mad, you know. Not that I'm one to talk. Alright, Private, let's do this thing. I accept. There, now we have a temporary contract. Oh? Oh-ho. Looks like my spirit origins in even better shape now. This is great. Once again, it's good to be fighting beside you, Mate.
Ah, crap. I feel like I went to Google Translate for this before. Matre. I don't remember. Fafao.
Aha, you happy about this too? Ah, you really are a good boy. So now that our contracts are in place, back to the plan. We're prisoners now, just like I expected. So this is where we set about taking back the paper moon and gathering info on the Tree of Emptiness. If we had an assassin on hand, we could have them sneak in all stealthy-like, but since we don't, I think we'll just have to go with a feint. I'll draw their attention as much as possible while you...
Fao? Senpai! Oh, hey, wait, the other goddess. Am I about to pass out and have a dream about the other goddess? Senpai, you're pale. Looks like the same thing that happened to you at Chaldea a few times before. Going to La La Land. Excuse me, Senpai, but I need to run a quick emergency medical and diagnostic while... Too late. Senpai! Alright, so who's the goddess that I get to go meet? I mean, they did mention Artemis, right? Ah, oh, god dang it, man. I forgot. Now I gotta go through the story. I don't know. I'm just gonna hit skip. How do you know that it was over? Oh, hello. Unknown servant against an unknown enemy. Oh boy. Well, well. We don't see your kind tumbling down here every day. You definitely didn't come down here of your own accord. You clearly fell down. Aha, they must have taken advantage of a flaw in your temporary contract. They were able to forge a connection with you with no problem, but you must have fallen down here when you weren't able to make it to the dream. Heh, I suppose this too is fate. I don't know where, but I've heard your voice before. You are... Don't push yourself too high, that's it. You don't know me. There you go, just forget about it. Regrets and voids and not aware the people in your dreams are my query, no one else's. Now then, if we're going to send you back the way you came, we'll have to start by putting these things away. It'd help if you could form your sense of self soon, but that might be asking a bit too much. Stand back. I'm still lost, but if it's dangerous, I'll fight too. So... Oh, whoops. It's Edmond Dantes. I thought we were dealing with a goddess. No, we're dealing with Edmond Dantes. Okay. So, what was his abilities again? Decrease enemy charge. Increase my gain. Take out said boar. Technically speaking, we've already fought these guys before, so I technically don't need to show it. Technically. But I will because it's Edmond Dantes and this is a challenge mission. So this, and then this. I don't think he's gonna get his Noble Phantasm up, but you never know. Okay, yeah, no, he definitely will now. Or at least it'll be very close. Okay, yeah, he has it. Thanks for the Noble Phantasm. Battle 2 of 2. 81,321 HP. Now, decrease one charge, remove your debuffs. Apply invincible, increase attack. Increase attack and Noble Phantasm damage. And just because I can, just in case, put on evade. And for Chateau d'Or. Probably totally said that wrong. I can never really do Edmond Dantes' Noble Phantasm correctly. Just like a few others. Untitled Chapter. Close enough, I guess. Bye. Good job. So wait, the mystery summon we're gonna be No, it mentioned a goddess though, but this was Edmond Dantes. Unless that was just a figment of our imagination. Oh no, it's definitely Dantes. Too easy. What is this place? A dream. Closer to a nightmare, really. Once you wake up, you'll forget all about this place. But don't drop your guard just because it's a dream. Your soul and sense of self fell down here. If a beast sinks its fangs into you, it'll rip open your sense of self. If one tears you apart, your soul will just plain disappear. So if you want to make it out of here alive, hurry. Crawl along the path that brought you here and talk to the one who invited you to this dream. Go on, Cell. Escape the darkness. Thanks, Edmond Dantes. I'll never have you. Well, well. You found the power to summon heroic spirits even though you were stuck in a dream. Good. That means your sense of self has grown stronger. Remember yourself, be very, very aware of who you are and keep moving forward. Come onward. Yes, sir. We're here. Imagine opening your eyes. Sense those who lack form with your soul. Rejoice, you have arrived. What? A Herc? Can you see it? I can see something big, isn't that? Is that a giant? That's right, you already know what that thing is. It may possess gigantic power, but it was power that belonged to a human. It is a hero among heroes, one who tore through supernatural beings to lay claim to glory. Whoever invited you to this dream would seem to be a truly fascinating individual. Here he comes. If we can't go around him, we'll have to go through him. Continue onward, defeat it. See how far your power can take you. Please tell me he does not have guts. God damn it. He actually does have guts. Why? Just why? This is so not cool, man. So not cool. Making me have to fight this beast of a servant? Okay. Yeah. Pence will get a noble phantasm up by the time the stuff's about to end. Verkir mod. Fiere jarahe.
刻むわよ。覚悟はいい？どう？行くわ。
The fact that we're fighting Berserker against Berserker, the damage is going to be cut in half.
世界を食らい尽くせ。守るぞ、ポイエントアーセ。潰れてしまえ。はっ。
Yep. I automatically want to just reload.
どう潰す。
I automatically want to reload.
修羅になるわ。迷うな。行くわ。よかろう。
Because having to fight Berserker on Berserker, and oh my god, he gave himself freaking evasion. So much for us. Okay, so do this, this, and then outrage Amazon. If this doesn't hit, then I'm just gonna reset.
潰れてしまえ。
Good. Well, there goes our defensive properties. Alright, heal. Give her evade. So do this, this, and then this. Now he's got 2 more guts. Luckily, he only revives his health with 30,000 every time, not 100 something. Otherwise, it would be way more of a pain in the arse. And Jolt is gonna go down unless he doesn't, for whatever reason, hit her. That's right, Jolt, kick him where it hurts. Weaver, no! Alright, alright, alright. We have more damage increases. We also have 100% damage increase. Now, here's how this is gonna go. I'm gonna make it to where Jalter doesn't go down. Bop, bop. 掉下掉的可以。 Bye bye. Oh my god. I didn't know that we were going to be fighting a Herc. I probably wouldn't have brought Berserkers. But we did it. 6 turns, and Jolter actually did not go down because Waver took the hit for her. Alright. Good work, Berserker. Thank you for protecting me. Good work, Berserker. Thank you for protecting me. You've been such a good guardian. But it's okay. Wait. Herc. Guardian. Well, I mean, the only other person I know that is connected to Herc is literally Eliasfiel. And I don't know, is it her? Because I'm pretty sure she goes into the regular summoning pool or the story banner pool after you finish Lost Spell 2, right? Am I thinking too far into this? I don't know. You can rest now. Please let her pass. Bye, Herc. There's no way it's Elia, right? That sounded like a girl.
I see. That voice you heard is not meant for my ears. It belongs to the one who invited you into this dream. Your soul and sense of self return to the dream the moment you destroy that guard's phantasm. From here, you must continue on alone. Do not look back. Haha, don't make the same mistake Orpheus did.
We won't. Thanks, Edmund. Or Dantes, however you want to go by. Count Monte Cristo. Good evening, Sal. I'm so glad I finally got to meet you. Oh, but I'm sorry it had to happen this way. While you were in the middle of making a temporary contract with the Archer, I kind of went and forced my own connection in too. I think that's what made you tumble into that strange place. But you made it out, and now here we are. I'm so glad you made it.
Who are you?
Do I know you? Who knows? I certainly don't. You see, I'm someone with a deep bond to the Holy Grail.
It has to be Ilias Feel, or Adi's Feel. One of the two.
But I'm not actually that person entirely. They say heroic spirits don't usually retain memories from their lives, and that definitely applies to me. I barely remember anything. I'm a droplet, a tiny droplet that dripped from someone who touched the Holy Grail. A fragment of a self and a soul that was given form. A spirit origin. I am Shitonai? An alter ego. My name is Shitonai. I called it. It actually is her.
Man. I only managed to get that purely because of Herc. He's the only one I know that would be protecting someone. And that someone would usually be Ilias Feel, or someone that has the same aura as Ilia, aka Shitonai, aka the banner that's coming out on the Halloween event that I want to actually be able to do. Well, the banner I can. That's not locked, I don't think. That'd be kind of stupid if they did. I don't want to miss out on freaking caster shooting, man. The other god is end. Section 8. The other god is end. But yeah, Shitonai. So Shitonai is a goddess? Huh, okay. Did I just meet someone in a dream? I'm back. Senpai! There you are, Private.
Fo. I'm sorry. It's not my fault for forcing a connection with her. But it's okay. Your soul and self are all connected just fine now. So there's nothing to worry about. Shitonai?
There she is.
Of course. Can you hear me okay? It's been so long since I used my real voice to speak. It feels sort of weird to actually use my mouth. Am I speaking alright?
Sure, we can understand you just fine, little mademoiselle. I never would have thought that there was another servant of humanity here besides me, especially one trapped in the same dungeon. Wait, hang on. I don't remember a child being in here with us. Wait, hang on.
That's right, there wasn't. She just appeared out of nowhere shortly after you collapsed. It didn't seem like she had just stopped using her spirit form either. Fo. Oh, that. I'm just using a spouting magecraft. Please don't worry about it too much. Usually I'm connected to dungeon's depths, but when I saw you making a temporary contract with a heroic spirit, I thought I'd try reaching out to make my own connection, and now here I am.
So you were already a prisoner when we got here, huh? Guess that makes us comrades in arms.
Yep, pretty much. Let me introduce myself properly. I'm alter ego Shitonai. I go by that because Shitonai is the one who's most outwardly visible on my spirit origin. That said, Shitonai's name doesn't really belong to this body. I think it'd help if I said I was a pseudo-servant, right? That's this body's name. It's Elia, daughter of the Einspans. I know. Usually I only let people I'm really close to call me that. But since we're all shared enemy, I'll make an exception in your case. Wait. You're gonna give me the exception of being able to call you Elia? What? What? Elia, have I heard that name before? Am I imagining things or... Now I see. So you're the Queen of Ice and Snow's enemy. Einsburn. You know who that is, Marsh. Yes, Einsburn's name of a storied mage family with deep ties to the original Holy Grail War. I've seen it in Chaldea's database several times. The Einsburns are one of the so-called three great families. And in particular, they're known for producing just these, the prodigious mage who created Fuyuki's Greater Grail. You really know a lot about this, don't you? Yes, I'm the last daughter of the Einsburn family. I don't think I'm a heroic spirit who's made a mark on humanity or anything. I don't know, man. Your, Linear Prisma Elia definitely has left a mark on a lot of people. Speaking of which, I think I've only seen like half of the second season. I really should go and watch the rest of that. I do have an inextricable bond to the Holy Grail, so now I'm a servant on the side of Puppy Human history. Oh, but I should be clear, I'm not actually the last daughter of Einsburn. Does that mean... Does that have something to do with you being an alter ego?
Well, if we take that as a face value, it does mean that she's an entirely separate personality.
True. An alter ego is listed in Chaldea's database as one of the extra classes. But for Foe... Oh, you're so cute. You must be Foe. Nice to meet you, Foe. I'm Elia. Come here. Foe. You're so soft and fluffy.
I think I know what alter egos are. What all?
Really? You do? We're an extra class that doesn't show up during normal Holy Grail Wars, so I don't think there's a lot known about us. You must have all kinds of different connections.
Oh, I do.
That may be my class name, but it doesn't just mean my class.
Why are you looking so smug all of a sudden?
In my case, I'm actually a high servant, based on multiple goddesses that were deep ties to the Holy Grail, coming together into one spirit origin. In fact, this body is made up of no less than 3 goddesses, divided spirits, and it's really something, you know. A compound divine spirit pseudo-servant at that.
I can't believe it. Multiple gods all come together.
Fafa. It is impressive, but it is also has serious downsides. For one thing, they never shut up.
Really?
How can I put this? It's like these goddesses are roommates that are always fighting about something, with me and my snowy field serving as their core. They're all very seasoned goddesses, so believe me, it's hard having to play host to that skirmish.
A skirmish between gods? I can't even imagine.
No. May I ask you something, Shitonai? Please, call me Elia.
That's messing with my mind already. In fact, she's saying to call her Elia. Okay. So wait, if you got Shitonai and she wants to call you to call her Elia, and you have Elia's feel, the caster, then we have another Okita and Okita the second problem. Which one do you actually call Elia, and which one do you call Elia 2? Let alone, technically speaking, Chloe. I'm not actually no. I'm not gonna spoil that if no one's actually seen Linear Prisma Elia. But yeah, I'd say go watch that, and it gets all type of confusing with what I'm going on right now.
Okay, Elia. You said you materialized as 7 from Puppy Human history. What does that mean? Yes, I'm on your side. Remember, I mentioned Einsburn. There you go. There's no Einsburn family in any lost Belton is on Earth now, after all. So Daughter Vinespun is part of pop human history's resistance against a lot of spells, got it?
So you're the goddess Ely from pop human history.
That's a little vague. Well, that's okay, you can think of me as a goddess from pop human history. I'm here to help you. Although I'm afraid I messed up. I materialized here around the same time as that French emperor, but it wasn't long before Scuzza and Scotty found me and locked me up in here. It's been so boring in here. I didn't even have anyone I could talk to. Oh, Fo. Oh, are you trying to cheer me up? You're such a good boy. There. But for Fo.
A goddess in a dungeon, huh? Alright, let me ask you, why aren't you dead? Are you just being kept alive out of love too?
I don't know. Maybe she just wasn't willing to kill a guide, or maybe she wanted to use me somehow.
Or she couldn't kill you. That's why.
Stay to try and make this last spell to exist forever.
I see, well I suppose that's possible. But I didn't see any of the sorts of preparations that needed to be made for the kind of massive spell it'd take to sacrifice a god.
Then maybe because I'm her daughter.
Daughter?
What do you mean by that? I'm composed of 3 northern goddesses. Chitranai of the Ainu, Lohi of the Fiends, and Freya of the Norse. Now do you get it?
Yeah, Freya! Another Valkyrie-esque Norse mythology, yep.
Ah!
That's another goddess from Norse mythology, the goddess of love, fertility, and gold.
It's the one. Accounts differ between the Volsunga saga and the Edda, but they agree that Freya was the daughter of Njordur. And then there's another legend that says Skadi and Njordur were married. According to the Freya within me, Skadi was Njordur's second wife, which means she's your stepmother. What?
Aha! That explains it. That queen looked like she was single to me. But according to myth, she was married to the god of the sea, and is the stepmother of the goddess of love. I never would have guessed. That wasn't really covered in knowledge I gained when I materialized.
I don't know. This last spell's a completely different history from ours. Seems they divergent than the Age of Gods. Given that Scots have the Celts as part of the Queen, and she's the only god in this land. In particular, Scotty. Scots and Scotty isn't Freya's mother. That's what the Freya and me is saying, yep. I'm sure the Queen Scotsa Scotty was never married to anyone. Scotty, daughter of the giant Jotzi, and the goddess of snowy mountains. Here, her fate and marriage to Njord, or even to Odin as other legends describe, never happened. Now she is the last goddess left, the sole survivor of Ragnarok, never once having to fulfill her destiny as the bride of the gods. That's Scotsa Scotty. I bet she doesn't even know she could have ended up becoming Freya's mother. But then the cryptid came in with her knowledge of pop human history's Norse mythology. That's why she couldn't kill me. So you're the daughter she might have had. Is that why she didn't hurt you? And share your fuse with Freya? That's right. To be honest, I have no idea what's going on in God's mind either. But even if I am from a different world, knowing that I could have been her daughter if things had gone differently. You think that might have been enough to make her think I was special? At least I don't think we can rule it out entirely.
I think it's entirely possible.
Yeah, you're right. Fo. You jumped at me again, you're so sweet. Who's a good boy? Fo. Stop you tickling me. Please. It's a tickler. Somebody get him off me. Fo, so stop that. What's gotten into you? Why are you in such a good mood right now?
Who wouldn't, I guess, is the question? No battles.
Oh, I never laughed so hard before. I almost laughed until I cried. In fact, I think that was the first time I've laughed since I materialized. Foe. Settle down, Foe. I'm sorry, Foe. Wait until we're done talking, okay? Foe. Alright, I'm sure Foe doesn't mind the cold since he has a nice fluffy fur. But what about you? This old castle is made of ice and snow. So you'll die from the cold if something goes wrong with your protection spells and the like. Be careful, okay? If it helps, I can cast a one spell on you. Thanks, but don't worry, I'm all set. Are you sure? Okay, if you say so. So, I think that's about me. Enough about me, right? What should we talk about next? Oh, Foe. Foe. Foe.
Good question. Now that we have a divine spirit here with us, this seems like a great time to try and find out everything we can.
Is there something you'd like to know? I'm in a good mood right now, so I'll answer your questions. I know all sorts of things, you know. I've used Lois, Magecraft to kill time and go on dream walks. I know a lot about the castle itself too, including the people who live in it.
Oh, you don't say. Is Sigurd really a lost spelled servant?
Oh, you really are sharp, aren't you? Sigurd the Dragon Slayer, wielder of demonic sword, a great hero of Norse legend. I'm not sure if his exploits took place during the Age of Gods or the Age era, and Freya won't tell me. But I can at least say this much about the red-eyed, heroic spirit who serves the cryptor. He is not the last spelled servant. Or at least his spirit origin comes from pop human history. Freya is shouting that much.
What?
He's not the last spelled servant. But that doesn't make sense. I'm not absolutely certain, but when we observed his magical energy in the Shadow Border, it was very different from the servant of pop human history. And when we fought him earlier, his magical energy clearly belonged to a lost spelled servant. But Foe.
Well, the three divine spirits that make up Shito are all certain about it. I can't imagine they don't have a reason. As far as I'm concerned, this explains a lot. No wonder Siggy didn't seem like just another servant. Just look at how ridiculously strong he is. I know we'll need to do something about him eventually, but...
Not eventually, first.
Oh.
Sigurd's the one keeping the paper moon. You do want to get that compass back, right? Same for the Tree of Emptiness, yes. I bet the cryptor with the eye patch knows where it is. And Sigurd always goes wherever the cryptor goes, even her private quarters. So to get to the back to Paper Moon, and information about the tree, we have no choice but to defeat Sigurd.
If you're right, then we have a serious problem. Recovering the Paper Moon and locating the Tree of Emptiness just got a hell of a lot harder. He's definitely stronger than I am. At least right now, we're not completely out of options, but...
Foe? I'm sure you mean like the buff guy you gave us earlier.
Now I'm talking about something bigger. A real trump card, only thing is, it's kind of a handful.
Well, you do have to defeat Sigurd before anything else, am I wrong?
Not at all, no.
Foe? You're a great man, Emperor of France. I think you deserve a hint. Sigurd may be very powerful, but he's not invincible. There is a way to fight him. It should also help you to resist Scotty's primordial runes, at least to some extent. Is that? Yes, the final option. I might just be able to get you out of this predicament. Of course, it's so potent that both the Crypt and Sigurd put a really strong seal on it. So I want you to do your best to get it, and then fight him with everything you've got. Once you defeat Sigurd and recover the Paper Moon, you can make that cryptid tell you where the tree is. Or you could just kill her and find the tree yourselves.
I want to believe we can reason with her.
I see. Well, of course, you're free to handle that however you like. But I do think you should try to cut down the Tree of Emptiness as soon as you can. That's a good point. As long as there's even one Tree of Emptiness left, I don't think we'll be able to restore the world. But even so, I think in this particular case, reaching the Wandering Sea might be more important. When we first got here, that was the original plan. The main reason we wanted to cut down the Tree of Emptiness was to lure Sigurd out. No, you can't put out the Tree of Emptiness, it's too dangerous. The longer you wait, the more it will grow. What will you do if it ends up completely taking root? Now you have to cut it down as soon as possible.
Makes sense. The bigger it gets, the further down its roots go, and the harder it will be to chop it down. Well, if you're not sure what to call to make, why don't you talk to the rest of your team? Assuming you can get back in touch with them, of course. You should talk to everyone on the border about this.
Yes, Senpai. Just don't say I didn't warn you.
So what's this trick for fighting, Sigurd, you were talking about? Some kind of artifact or something. Don't tell us it's a holy grail.
Unfortunately, no. If it were a holy grail, I would have gotten my hands on it already. It's a goddess. There's another divinity here in this large belt in addition to Scotty and myself. She's from Pompeian history, just like the gods within me. A part of humanity's final attempt at resistance made it manifest. I mean, she'll definitely be on your side. Or foe. Alright, I should have referred to her as another pillar. She might not be well defined enough to call herself otherwise. At any rate, yeah. Here, just sent her location data to your terminal. I never used Atlas Institute style magecraft before. Oh, I'm kinda tired now though. It's been so long since I've talked to anyone. I think I might have overdone it. So I think this is a good time to wrap this up. Oh, the door cell just opened.
You know, I think I did hear them saying something about how this prison is secured with a lock, made of divine iron. This means a divine spirit can open it up without even chanting a spell.
Cow. I wish I could come along, but I'm afraid I need to stay here and go back to sleep. The Queen may not see you as a threat now, but that would change if I left this prison with you. So since I can't come along, I threw in the anti-locking and the hiding spells for free. Take care, I hope to see you again sometime. See you later, Sitanai. Foe.
Whoa there, Pupper. Quiet now. Looks like Divine Spirit's a pretty impressive magecraft. Her spells made us completely invisible. Even silenced the footsteps and hid all the signs of our magical energy.
Yes, now 'twas so well concealed. You might just be able to make it outside the castle, even with the Queen's incredible ability to see what happens in her territory.
We're almost under the big bridge. Once we get there, we'll make our way back up to the ground and get as far away from the castle as we can. So you stay quiet until then got it. Come on, you two.
I haven't said anything.
Good, we made it back to the ground. Just a little farther until we're outside the castle's perimeter. The concealing spell is just about to warn off. That's okay. Activate those booster things and get us out. March, get ready to use the Ollerus Board.
Understood, Senpai. Expand over to next Ollerus Board attachments now. Foe. Foe, what's gotten into you? There's something in those shadows over.
Quiet and Skya.
So this is why I can't stand stupid little beast. I was just about to pounce on you from behind and wipe her out at once, but then it went and ruined that.
You're in this last spell too?
Of course I am. Whether at the ends of the earth, the ends of space itself, or even the snowy country still stuck in dark ages with no entertainment at all. Even if I have to play nice with the Queen Lonely Hearts, who's deluded herself into believing everyone loves her. As long as there's a chance to make a profit, NFF services will be there. I really thought I could have counted on someone else to take out the trash, but you know what they say, if you want something done right. You are here to torment innocent people again like you did in Russia. Well, look at you, little girl. Looks like you can put up a halfway decent fight now. Well, that's just terrible. Are you sure you aren't the cold and heartless ones around here? So I couldn't care less about the people here one way or the other. So I'll just let that come and slide. Now then, getting down to business. If you're about to leave, it's time for you to pay up what you owe. This nice castle may be deserted and downright awful to live in, but in this world it's on par with a 5-star hotel. Accommodations that are luxurious don't come cheap, you know. Let's see, a short stay for 3 pathetic humans and 1 ratty little furball. That comes to 5 quadrillion QP. Not to worry, if you can't afford to pay in QP or quartz, they'll happily settle for watching your death agonies instead. I did tell you back in Russia that I'd see you again, didn't I? I am as capable as I am beautiful, and unlike you humans, I never break my promises. Bravo!
Well now, who is this lady? And how the hell do you know her? She's beautiful, sure, but she's also got the darkest aura I've ever seen. Josephine had her bad days, sure, but never anything close to this.
You're awfully sharp for a servant, and I've never met before. It'll be a pleasure to kill you. Okay, everybody, that's enough chin-ups down there under the bridge. Come on out and announce yourselves with a nice loud "for" now. Master, a large group of giants has emerged from under the bridge.
Who is this woman? Some kind of beast tamer? Does she come from the Bolshoi circus or something?
That's Coin Sky of NFF Services. His work with cryptids and was partially responsible for destroying Chaldea.
Pawning your dirty work off on subordinates again, huh?
Of course, regulating subordinates is what I do. Besides, you 3 just aren't enough to motivate me personally. I don't deal with the bottom of the barrel myself. If you want anything to do with me, you have to show you're worth my time. Alright, you'll know. Time to get to work. Special honors go to those who do an exceptional job, so make sure to kill them all. There are even more giants coming out from under the bridge now. Master, this is...
There's no reason for us to fight on her terms, Marsh. Let's just get out of here. I can see you've got some history with her, but save it for later. Let's do this, Cell. Marsh, hurry up with those boards while we work on opening up a path.
Right, understood.
Oh my god. I wasn't gonna show this, but then I saw the numbers. 35 giants! How many of these giants does Okita Orita need to obliterate before we're good to go? Cause Jesus, that's a lot. I wish I brought another AoE servant. Cause this is not gonna be pretty. Though, will I show us trying to kill, you know, at least 15 of these? No. I just thought I'd show what we actually have to go through. At least I showed the first 3. Plenty more to go. Oh boy. Holy crap. 8 freaking turns, man. Holy.
There, we've secured an escape route. That's our chance, Master.
Full speed retreat to Ollerus Boards, maximum thrust.
Fuff. So they got away. Well, I guess if nothing else, they passed that test of ability. They're certainly experts at running away. First they knock the giants aside, then they make a getaway on mage-cut skis. I can't say I was expecting that. and mentally they're still well within sniping range. But the smart money says to leave them alone for now, especially since I've already got everything I came to this last belt for. Might as well let these humans fight it out among themselves, and I can just sit on the sidelines with a bag of popcorn. Chaldeans, cryptids, humans are humans, and being around them makes me sick. I have no interest in either side except for where it comes to you, Ophelia, sort of. It's such fun watching you come to grips with your wish for destruction. You don't even realize you're harming others. You think you're just a poor scapegoat even as you blindly blunder about ruining everything. Much as I don't care about them, I can't deny it's fun watching humans like that. This last belt's beauty is all about built on thin ice, and your naivete is going to show just how fragile it is.
Oh boy. That was a grand adventure fighting 9 million giants.
Thanks for the Saint Quartz.
Alright. And now with that, I'm going to end this episode here. I could have ended it sooner, but if for whatever reason did not want to load the game after we finished that story with Shitanai in the cell. So yeah, I had to spend like 8 minutes waiting. It felt like an eternity. But yeah. See you guys in the next one where we will be doing Like the Spring Sunshine beginning. And maybe the ending if it ends up being as fast as 8 was. 7 and 8. Not bad, actually. So yeah, till then, see you guys later.